Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear viewers, Assalamu alaikum. I welcome you all to today's New Bangladesh. Here, as usual, we shall discuss new citizens, new economy, new politics, new policy, new prospect, new culture, new people. Overall, new Bangladesh. Today, as our guest, are present Khan Sharif Raihan, a very much prominent figure in Bangladesh maritime sector. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Alaikum salam.
How are you, sir?
I'm fine, thank you. What about you?
Fine, thank you, sir. Sir, as far as I know, that this maritime sector in Bangladesh is very much neglected, though we have a very big sea. And as far as I know, it is the largest bay in the world. Usually, as a normal citizen, what I understand when you tell sea, the word sea, always we remember that Chittagong, Teknaf, Cox's Bazar, like this area. Now, last year I visited Khulna, Bongla Port and other areas, Sundarban areas and others. And what I saw in my eyes that it's a very, very big sea. It is covering the whole south part, the southern part of Bangladesh. And I'm not sure, probably the sea area is 3 times larger than our land area.
Correct.
So, yeah, it's a very big wealth for our nation. Can you, sir, tell us why it is so neglected?
Thank you. First of all, I appreciate you that you have selected this maritime sector.
Yes, sir.
It's a niche industry, but hugely beneficial for Bangladesh. The Singapore only surviving on the sea. Such we also can. As you mentioned, Bangladesh is the biggest delta on earth.
Yeah.
So we can utilize it. So far, it has not been done because proper feasibility study, proper leadership here, we cannot maintain it. That's the very much problem we had. But see, today you have asked me in this show. That means that people are started thinking about that. Now the time, the new Bangladesh, we have to build. We have to find out which sectors we can explore. We have garments, other things. It doesn't have future infinite, but the maritime sector and other sectors have these types of things. You know that historically Bangladesh is riverine and also as well as sea country. You know, in even 9th century that Arabs, in 14th century Chinese and 15th century Europeans came here to explore. So they knew that it's a land of wealth.
Yes.
They explored,
Yeah.
but we are failing. So if we go on, if our present government and incoming government think about that, if the policy decisions are here, they work on it. Of course, this sector can give the revenue required for running the country, just like Singapore. I just add on, we had a problem with our sea boundary.
Yeah.
In 2012, we completed with
Sea lines, our sea lines with our neighboring countries.
Yeah, with Myanmar. And 2012, we finished our the conflict with India.
Yeah.
That last government called it Samudra Vijay. Yeah. They celebrated this event, but after that the actions required they didn't take. So far it's untouched, unexplored. You see, our foreign ministry, they called the foreign experts and identified 26 sectors here. The sectors are identified, but what the actions to be taken is not yet explored. So we need to work on it.
Thank you, sir. I know that historically, probably we are the first seafaring nation in this subcontinent, and there are some myths about Nadir Chad and others. They even went to Singapore, and you know that the Prince of Bengal, Bijoy Singh, he explored Singhal, and the Singhal is in his name, and till now there is a lion in the flag of Sri Lanka. So being the first seafaring nation of this subcontinent, we had to contribute a lot in our sea sector, sir. But maybe probably the colonial period destroyed the whole traditions, I think. Well, now in 2025, what this maritime sector can contribute to our national economy, sir?
Huge, infinite. Now, how much we can explore depends on it. Now, it's on us. As I told that 26 sectors already identified. Now, if we segregate it and deep into every sector, we employ the right experts here. Okay, you might say that we don't have the expertise. Actually, we have to find out. As in Bangladesh, we didn't have that. Our brain has been drained to other countries. They are working there.
Yeah.
We can call them back. If their expertise also doesn't fulfill here, we can hire foreign experts. They can come here. Under them, we can have our skillness. We can develop it that way. What we do these days, we give the contracts to the foreign countries. They come here, they use their technology, and they go back. But we cannot take the technology. We cannot take that skillness. We cannot explore it. So if we do this that way, so everything we can have in our capture, in our expertise, so that later we can carry forward. So I think that the present government and coming government should have concentrated in and give importance in.
Thank you, sir. Now, as regards the ports of Bangladesh, as far as I know, the Chittagong port is a very ancient port. Even the traveler Ibn Battuta, he entered Bangladesh through this port and went to Sylhet, met Hazrat Shah Jalal Rahmatullah Alayhi and others. And in his book, we read a lot about Bangladesh, the period of that time. So, and there are another port, I think, Mongla port. And another port is under construction, or it has been finished, that Paira port?
Paira already finished, under construction, Matabari, deep sea port.
Matabari, well.
2026, it will be operational.
That Paira port, basically it was proposed by my grandfather, Advocate Imdad Ali, when he was the Member of Parliament in 1954. And after a long time after his proposal, it has been realized. Now, can you tell us about the ports of Bangladesh and their role in our economy, and what can we do to make them more profitable, sir?
And that's a great question you have asked. You see, first I tell that 94% of our export done by the ports.
Yeah.
90% through Chittagong and other that ports, Mongla and Paira, other 5%. So, and Chittagong port stands 64th busiest port in the world. And at the moment, it's earning around $50.5 billion
Per year?
Per year, it's earning. Whereas Sri Lanka having 3 ports, they are not that functional. Even then, they are earning 85 billion. So here we have that opportunity. Now, Mongla is totally unused. It's the Chittagong port in 1885, it was established in this way. Port was
modernized
modernized.
Yes, at the time,
That way, 1850, we had Chalnar Mongla. So since 1950,
yeah.
Since 1950, so many years, so far Mongla is not that much explored. So we are getting advantage only in Chittagong, and that Chittagong also we cannot use totally. As you asked, we need to modernize it. Automation is required. That congestion is the problem. Although it's employing directly or indirectly 1 lakh people, other than earning revenue of 50 billion. So first we have to explore these opportunities with these ports. And as I told, that is a biggest delta. So we have the possibility of transit, transshipment, all like now Singapore is doing, Sri Lanka is doing. We also can do. Through us, we can do transit or transshipment for landlocked countries,
yes.
Bhutan, Nepal, even Seven Sisters. We have protocol with India.
Yeah.
So we can use our river ports. It's a huge. We have 17 river ports, and if we make this functional, then the revenue will be enormous.
Yes.
So for this, only the dredging is required at the moment. We have that rivers. So if we take that initiative for dredging to establish ports, and for that we have 22,000 inlet ships and boats. So if we have the shipyard, if we have the repair facility, and if we build up our manpower for that, all goes with maritime education and training. We can have vocational training institute for them. Now at the moment Bangladesh is having huge manpower unemployed. We can employ them if we make some vocational institution and train them, facilitate them for this works. So the port operation, their skill and people, they also can have learning from this vocational schools.
Schools, yes.
So
there are opportunities.
There are opportunities. We should start on.
Okay, sir. But why the Mongla port is not well used? Is the backland problem?
There are dredging problem, but mostly administrative, mostly government support.
Oh, I heard that after the construction of Podda Bridge, the Mongla port is functioning better. Is it right, sir?
Yeah, but the way we expected, not that much.
Not that much. Well, sir, now as regards the Pyra port, you have already mentioned that it has already been constructed. So what about the feasibility of that port?
When Pyra port was constructed, that time, I believe, and experts also says that a proper feasibility study was not done. Now, you see, it should be always on dredging. The cost of dredging is enormous. So the operating cost is exceeding the operating benefits, profits. So at the long run, it's not showing the profit. And you know that our fascist government always took the project only for bricks or something. They spent the money, but they didn't use the proper utilization of that resources.
So showing those projects, they just looted money.
Definitely, money, definitely. Now, since our public money already spent there, now government has to take the initiative, ask the international experts come here. They give us the report, study report. They can give us what should be done to make it functional. We can do it. Of course, we should do. Already,
I think the budget was inflated, isn't it?
Definitely.
Okay. So it should be revised now.
Yeah.
It should be revised. Well, very well, sir. Now, I know that Bangladesh shipbuilding industry, it is also very much ancient. Probably in some ancient books, the ships are shown that those were made in Noakhali or Shundip, like
Kumilla
also.
Exactly.
Yeah. So nowadays we see that it has re-established. It has been re-established the shipbuilding project. So what is the prospect of our shipbuilding industry?
Same here, huge, untouched, unexplored as much as required. In Bangladesh government study also, projection shows that by 2040, it can earn $90 billion, At the moment, that the global market is of 400 billion. So if we take a proper step, the required jobs if we perform, then every year we can have 1% of that, 4 billion.
4 billion, okay.
That we can go on. Yes, already we have a few shipyards who have already exported international standard class approved vessels, around 17 ships to Denmark, New Zealand, Gambia, Kenya, even India. You see, Bangladesh shipbuilding is 50% cheaper than rest of the world, because our manpower is cheaper and available. If you train them, just make them skill, that benefit we can have more. And this shipyard already employing around 1 lakh people, and we have small and bigger 300 shipyards.
300 ships
already.
All of them are in the coastal areas?
Inside also.
Or on the bank of the big rivers as well? On the bank of so we can take the advantages of it. That we have very big rivers flowing into the Bay of Bengal. So it is very much easy to build them on the bank of the rivers and then pull them to the sea.
Yeah.
Yes.
You see, if we do the dredging, what I believe, we have inundation, isn't it? Floods. So that water logging, it will be very quick to remove. So we can get rid of this inundation also. Actually, in shipping sector, whatever sector you touch, you find that it's giving you chain benefits.
Those who are working there, 1 lakh people, maybe there are another 3 lakh people behind them, working for them.
The market around, at the moment, 1 billion. So,
1 billion.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice. Well, in this sector, sir, who are our competitors?
Now, if you talk about the shipbuilding, then Vietnam, China, of course, and South Korea. They're our competitors.
In the shipbuilding sector?
In the shipbuilding. And if you go, our good big sector is the crewing, manpower for ships. So here competitor Indian, Philippines, Ukraine, that Western European countries.
Okay, then here comes the education related with the maritime sector.
So
what about the education sector related with the maritime sector in Bangladesh?
Government, last government, they made 4 more main academies. We had only one in Chittagong, and we have another specialized fisheries academy, main fisheries academy for cadets, for officers. We have also government 2 institutions, NMI, National Maritime Institute. They produce the ratings, and lately we have private
marine academies,
private maritime and private institutions also for ratings. So government 5, one fisheries 6, around 650 to 750 cadets every year we are getting from that. It's not actually sufficient from the rest of the world. It says that around 15 lakh mariners are shortage in the market.
Oh.
So if we can produce the
more
cadets,
mariners,
more mariners, we can have bigger revenue. But problem is that not only giving that education and training, MAT, you have to employ that. You know, like doctors, they have that internship. Like us, we must have practical experience for 1 year. We have to go on board a ship to be entitled as a marine engineer or marine officer. The cadets passing out from the academies, they struggle that one. If you take account of India, Philippines, these countries are leading in this sector, their governments are taking initiative. In our country, unfortunately, it rests on the cadets. They're the fresh cadet, that fresh person. They don't have international expenditure, no knowledge about that maritime sector, so what to knock. So they come on the street and they shout that we are underemployed. Had our government taken the initiatives, made the policy guidelines, then easily we could accommodate these cadets. India and Philippines, the government take initiatives. They call the giants, that shipping giants like Maersk Line, Key Line, and others. And they already in India and Sri Lanka, they have made their own academy. Key Line have been in Sri Lanka, giant. They are having Maersk Line in India as well as in Philippines. So the cadets coming out of these institutions, academies, directly they are employing. See, whereas our cadets has to knock them. In the private sector, we have that manning agents, around 57, but they are not operational. Mostly 4-5 manning agents they're working. Now, if you could employ that experts like professional marine engineers or captains there, so they could have search this opportunity in other countries. They could approach it. Now that the cadets other officers who are serving abroad, they have to comply international standards, that is STCW, IMO, under IMO convention. So that standards, to maintain that, you need experts to employ that. In Bangladesh, unfortunately, the experts are not used. The mariners are not used in proper places. They are mostly neglected, And for that reason, they're leaving the countries. You name that maritime leading nationals. USA, you would find the Bangladesh there in top positions. Most importantly, in Singapore, that in administration, in the companies, there are MDs, administrators from Bangladesh. Around 214 engineers, officers are there. Dubai, that's another maritime hub. UK, there are plenty mariners in all sectors. Australia, Canada. But we are lacking here in nationally, because here we are not getting what we deserve. On board the ship, you earn around 8 lakhs. Here, if you don't give me 2 lakhs, how I can survive?
As a teacher, or
as a teacher.
I know that you are a mariner and you are a teacher as well.
Exactly.
So the teachers are not getting proper honorarium.
So you have to give the opportunity cost. See, in Marine Academy, there is a bonus of about 80,000 something as a special bonus. Now, lately, 2-3 years back, some administrators, some maybe that the secretary thought, oh, why they will be getting this money? Cut it. Now all the teachers are leaving.
Instead of increasing, they reduce the bonus. Reduce the bonus.
And when you give somebody some advantage, some benefit, you cannot take out.
Yes,
you have to increase the benefit, but they did it. Now, who is going to struggle? As a mariner, if you stay ashore 1 month, if you go to ship, you will earn 8 to 10 lakhs taka. Why you will fight for that? We don't fight. We go, okay, let's the other see it. So that way, country is losing everything.
As a teacher, as a professor, I am also struggling. I am facing the same problem. And as a guest professor, when I teach somewhere, the honorarium, what was 10 years ago, we are getting the same honorarium now. And the salary increment is also very less. With this poor salary structure, we are always struggling. And sometimes it is even very difficult to meet our family expenses. They are not considering the inflation adjustment, considering they are not giving any dearness allowance and like this. Is it the same in maritime sector?
Exactly. You see, patriotism works when you have food in your belly.
Food in your belly, yes, stomach.
So think that way.
Okay. So, is there any shortage of teachers in maritime education sector?
Yeah, huge
shortage.
Huge short. As I told you, we have 5 main academies. We don't have the teachers. Now, the vacancy is Marine Academy, maritime. So you have to have marine professionals. The Navy, they are not maritime. The naval, this is totally different. Now, we have 5 main academies, out of which 3 may be professionals and 2 or 3 naval commandant. The naval commandant, they will not understand this. This not only the administration, it's beyond that. Nowadays, in this century, you have to look forward, not back. You see, at this last 15 years, all sectors are totally collapsed. Now, 15 years, we have already lost. And by this time, 15 years, other countries have gone forward. So, 30 years we have the difference. We have to make up this one. For this reason, we have to go extra miles. So, where we have the basic requirement, employ that marine engineers, marine officers, captains in a required post. Give them benefits so that they stay here. Then it's an investment. You need the benefits. You earn that. As I told that we can earn $40 billion here. So it's an investment. For earning 40 billion, you have to spend, you have to give that benefits to the teachers who are here, the administrators who are here.
Yes, sir.
So that administration has to think deeply into it.
Even you see, our poets and our playwrights, they didn't pay much attention to our seas, but they paid attention to our rivers. There are many poems written about the rivers, but very few poems about the seas and like this. Once I know that President Ziaur Rahman asked Al Mahmoud, do you have any poem on river? And he told no, not a single one. So maybe, I don't know, as a nation, we are not paying much attention to our seas, not materially and not spiritually. So we should pay attention spiritually and materially, I think. Both. Well, sir, now how much Bangladeshi seafarers are contributing to our national economy?
As I told that it's uncountable. Unfortunately, we don't have a separate statistics on that. With the mariners, whatever we earn, we send all by remittance. You might be knowing that we don't have expenditure, living expenditure, lodging and fooding, all done by the companies on board the ship. We have. So whatever we earn, almost 100% we send back. In other, you will not find that they're sending 100% remittance. Maybe
Not possible.
Not possible. Maybe our UN mission that our officers going and they're sending that way. That's also not comparable with the seafarers. One marine engineer, marine captain or chief engineer, they get $10,000 plus, 15,000-20,000 up to
Per month?
per month.
Per month.
So for one captain or one chief engineer, how much manpower you need to get this remittance back?
Yeah.
So it shows, it tells many things. You see, although statistically it says that $500 million annually we earn from the seafarers, and only other than seafarers, there are other chain
of workers or employers like
there.
this. Huh? Yeah.
So there are around 4-5 lakhs people are employed. Only at sea we have at the moment 18,000. Only 18,000. So out of which 10,000 crew ratings and 8,000 officers. But internationally, seafarers are 18 lakhs. Out of 18 lakhs, we have only 18,000.
Only
18,000. Now we are 0.02% of global seafarers. Whereas Philippines, they earn 6.5 billion, and they are employing at the moment 4.5 lakhs, 20% of global seafarers. So huge opportunity we have. Now see, if we train 1 lakh mariners, then we can earn 1 billion. If likewise 2 lakh, then 2 billion annually we can earn. Opportunity there. Not only training, actually I repeat again that you have to arrange the employment. For that reason, government has to take the initiative. We have the private, as I told the mining agencies like Hawkinson's, they have 52 years experience, and they have their own private marine academy as the leading academy, and the teachers, they are having more than government 2-3 academies. Because since he is the private entrepreneur, since he is having the experience of 52 years, throughout the year he explores different countries, tech giants. He talks with the top management and brings them, shows this academy, and they employ. So they are employing. Likewise, if the government employs some maritime experts, few experts, and if they explore throughout the world, talk with that shipping giants and show them. Now private and public is totally different. Government will give more weight than private. What Hawkinson's MD is doing, the weight will carry the government will more, so they can get more attraction, more people we can employ there very easily. As already we have that institutions, it's not well used, underused.
Yes. So why can't we raise the number of mariners in our country?
As I told, the problem is that employment. Now, if government takes initiatives and arrange the employment, actually that training cadet program, then definitely we can. You see, we had one main academy, then last government made 4. Before making 4, they didn't have that feasibility study. Had they made one by one and employed, then we would not have done unemployed things. You should have that proper strategy planning. That's lacking. Only making the buildings is not enough. And in technology, you have to have simulator, you have workshop, you have too much investment, proper investment. Skillness matters now. You cannot survive without a skill.
You have already mentioned that there is a huge demand for the mariners in abroad. Okay, and if you produce mariners here, and if they get job abroad, that can solve the problem. But is it
Definitely.
possible for them to get job abroad?
At the moment, our mariners doing so. Personally, they are doing.
Personally.
But what I mean, that government has to take the initiative. Then it will put more weight and it will be sustainable.
Because they are very much young. They have no experience, no connections. Okay. So it is difficult for them to manage job outside the country. But if government helps, or even you can also help, I think, that experienced mariners. Do you have any association, mariners association?
We have the Marine Association, Bangladesh Merchant Marine Officer Association. Unfortunately, as I told, last 15 years, government has destroyed every institution. Here also, in my institution also, that the leadership, that the president, general secretary, they are more than our fascist government. They are in the power for last 6 years, and they are making all the way to stay more. So you have to work on every sphere.
Not respecting the democracy, okay?
Not respecting
capturing the power
the way.
and holding the chair for years. Well, sir.
The last fascist government always was saying the constitution. This people also saying the constitution. Constitution for what? Constitution for the betterment. If constitution is not doing the betterment, then you amend it.
Yes.
Do it. Yeah. Merchant Marine Officer Association also can put weight on it. Can do so much work in parallel to the government. Of course, government has to support that one. You see, just I give the reference of India and Philippines, who are the competitors. There, you see, since the government is taking initiative in everywhere, so their people are comfortable with. Those who are employing, they are also comfortable with. And another problem I forgot to mention you, main hurdle is the visa problem. As last governments, they made us that we are that terrorist.
Yeah.
You know, so every country is afraid of us. They are not giving us the visa. So our hubs are Singapore, Dubai, UK, America, and these countries we have the visa problem. Even India, unfortunately, India was last fascist government's friend. Indian people are coming Bangladesh without any problem, any hassle. But we Bangladeshi seafarers, we cannot land there. We don't have the shore pass. We cannot sign off there. Still now. So actually, they are doing in their favor. Since our officers, especially the cadets, not having the visa problem, they are not employed. This vacancy is filled up by Indians. That companies, they don't want to bother, they don't want to take the hardship, isn't it? So why do bother? They are getting Indian cadets, so they are employing the Indian cadets. So immediately our government has to work on this, the visa issues. Lately, our Dr. News, he talked in UAE and he solved some problems. But I think we need to do same work in other countries also, especially Singapore, USA, UK.
These countries.
The
last government being the government of Bangladesh, they made the publicity that Bangladeshi peoples are terrorists.
Right.
Okay, they showed the world their own people as terrorists. So in this way, our people are facing visa problems, and our seafarers as well. It
After
was specially done to give the opportunity to the Indians, you think?
I don't think that way, but indirectly it has gone that way. Since our cadets and officers don't get visa, they cannot sign off, they cannot repatriate from every ports. So Indians are filling in there. And for long, the Filipinos, the government is always befriended with the seafarers. They have good seamen association with good government support. Even India seamen association is stronger, much stronger. We are in no place.
Well, we have a shipping corporation, government shipping corporation, Bangladesh Shipping Corporation. Do they have enough vessels?
Here I can tell you the history. Just after independence, we didn't have any ship. Okay, we started from zero. Fortunately, we had the leadership. Our General M.A. Juspani. He was our shipping minister. He picked up right person for the right job. He gave the free hand. He was guided by that maritime experts, local experts, the old experts. And you know what? 30 ships within 5 years we had, Bangladesh Shipping Corporation. At the moment we have only 5 ships.
Oh my God.
When I left Bangladesh Shipping Corporation in 1994, we had 20 ships. In one time we had only 2 ships, that 2 tankers. Jyoti, Bangladesh Shurop. Now only 5 tankers. Government is planning to have 12 ships within few years. But this is not sufficient. And here also problem with that our training issues that I told, that visa issues. In our time, all the cadets what we passed out, we used to have training from Bangladesh Shipping Corporation. Like me, in our batch, 23rd batch of Bangladesh Marine Academy, we had only 28 cadets. And that time 23 ships we had. So they have a huge scarcity. In that way, in that moment, Bangladesh Shipping Corporation employed graduates from the BUET, BITs. So if Bangladesh Shipping Corporation is having more vessels, then these training problems also in some degree will be solved. So it's very much required.
Well, sir, as I read in the social medias, I don't know whether those information are correct or not, that India always disturbed us in shipping. That means they always disturbed in purchasing ships and others. Is it true?
I don't think so, that they cannot do. Of course, India always trying to subside us, to keep us down. But it will be there. It is competition. Proper way or improper way, everybody will try. But we have to use our way to overcome this thing.
What we call blue economy. It's a very much popular term in maritime sector. So what potential does the blue economy hold for Bangladesh?
As I earlier mentioned, that we have identified 26 sectors. I can name it: seaports, passenger ferry services, inland water transport, shipbuilding, ship recycling industries, fishery, aquaculture, coastal agriculture, marine culture, marine acquaintance products, marine biotechnology, oil and gas, sea salt production, ocean renewable energy, tidal energy, blue energy, huge. So these all sectors related marine education and training. So if we have the training on these sectors, then also we can flourish, we can capitalize. I can give you that example of European countries. EU economy in 2004, they told that they are employing 3.6 million people, and UK itself earns 37 billion from there and supports 5,37,000 jobs there. You see, in Bangladesh, the World Bank report as of 2018 says that unutilizing all the resources, even with that, we are earning 6.2 billion, which is 3% of our GDP. We have not explored. If we explore, can you imagine how much we can earn from here? It's huge, enormous.
Yes. Now I should ask you this question: that how can Bangladesh leverage its geographical location to enhance transshipment and regional trade?
Surely, first we have to have regulatory support. We must have that competitive advantage with others, like automation. We have to use of IoT things, modernization, and we have to employ the skilled manpower, right man in right place in right time. At the moment, as I told, that we the marine professionals are highly exploited. We are not utilized. That the skillness we have is not utilized so far. So not placing that Navy personnel, you have to give marine professionals. If you think that we are lacking in some skills, no problem. You hire that foreign experts and let us build up our skillness. So it will be sustainable. You are bringing that Navy personnel. This is not their expertise. They're coming, they're learning, they're knowing. You don't have time. In this century, you don't have time for learning. When they're learning, they transfer to other. This is not their main place. This is not their bread and butter. So you have to think that way.
Well, sir, then another question is related with our deep sea ports, sir. So what are the benefits and challenges of developing deep sea port in our country, in Bangladesh?
You see, deep sea port calls, those are having 50 feet draft above. Like at the moment, our channel, that Chittagong channel being 9 meter, say 35 feet. So the bigger ships, mother vessel, they cannot reach the jetty. For this reason, we have to do lighter race. The small ships we have to use. So it takes more time, and that way it becomes expensive. Now, if we have the deep sea, like Singapore, Indian ports, even Sri Lanka's, you have that advantage that turning out time is very less. So your expenditure, that price will go down because transportation cost will be very less comparatively. So Matarbari deep sea port, we are under construction. If it comes in operation, then we will get the benefit. We can have more. We can have explore more deep sea ports. We have to. So for that reason, it's very expensive. You have to use huge capital for that, and you have to maintain it. Of course, you need manpower for that, expertise that you have to build up for manpower for that.
Okay, if we take help from the foreign countries, like China or other countries, we have to.
Yeah, we have to. We can. Even that expertise we have, we can use it.
Now, about the modernization of the infrastructure of maritime sector, sir. So what steps should be taken to modernize the infrastructure of this sector, sir?
As I told, that you have to take that technological advantage, that modern machinery you have to use, the scanner, you have to use automation. You see, in Bangladesh, in every sector, you see that red tape bureaucracy. Now, ship world move very fast. So many paper jobs you have to do for shipping. So if you don't go on automation, you're going to make it fast. So every seconds counts, not every day or something. Like Chittagong port is before it was having 4 days or 7 days congestion. Means one ship has to come and wait in outer anchors for 4 days at least.
7 days. Oh.
Nowadays they're claiming 1 day. Even 1 day is not enough. It has to be 0. Means the ship will come, it will come to the jetty, discharge and go. It has to be 0. I just give you one example about Singapore, how they care about the time. In one ship of the container ship I was with, only we had the 15 minutes delay. We thought the 50 minutes, it comes within the tolerance. We sailed out, we found that 50 minutes delay, and we had 15 minutes of hiring. They told that it's not the money, it's the significance of time. So that's why the world is moving.
Time is money also. Time is also money.
Time is money.
Well, sir, once I visited the KEPZ, that means Korean EPZ, and I saw that there is a jetty there. So they have, in another word, that own port like this. Can you increase the number of this type of EPZs in our coastal areas?
We should. Thank you for pointing out this thing. We should. Korean EPZ, that jetty not yet that much functional, but idea is very good. So it will be under their comfort, so they can import, export, they can use their own facility, jetty facility.
Another thing is related with this one, that we have ports, well, in Paira, in Chittagong, in Mongla, okay. And during the Pakistan period, there are some industrial cities in Khulna, in Chittagong, like this, where there are ports, the cities were industrial cities. But now they are not that much functioning. Okay, should we reestablish it, industrial cities in the port areas?
History says it. Wherever you port, you'll have that industrialization, localization, so much business functions. It comes by default. So I cannot say exactly what happened for that. Now, at least I can say that decentralization is required. Since we have everything centralized.
Yeah.
For this reason, this also hampering that industry is not flourishing. The people are not staying there, always rushing to center, the Dhaka.
No, we have many garments industries, pharmaceutical industries, textile industries around the Dhaka city. Why cannot we relocate them to Chittagong or to Khulna or to Paira like this?
We have to do that since they need transportation.
Yeah.
And if they shift to near the seaports, then logistically it will be beneficial for them. I don't know, maybe they think about that manpower also. If they shift to that outskirts, then they might not get that workers there. That might be the problem.
Then what reforms are needed to align Bangladesh maritime sector with international standards?
You see, maritime sector runs on IMO. So we have to comply the IMO standards. IMO conventions have to comply all. It's the two IMO conventions are elaborate, that instructions are, you have to comply. You might be knowing that there is a white list. White list means you are complying to the IMO conventions. Now, the way Bangladesh is moving, like they're employing that Navy person or other administrators, say our port chairman from Navy, our Bangladesh Shipping Corporation MD from Navy, our DG Shipping that under IMO surveillance is from Navy. So anytime we could be off white list. If we are out of white list, then there will be no employment. Our ships will be having the problem. Everywhere it will be the massacre. It's the right time. We have to take the action and we have to complete the IMO guidelines. If we do so, then your answer will be found there.
What are the key strategies to enhance Bangladesh's competitiveness in the global maritime market?
That's like last answer I gave that complaints with that IMO things. We have to use our expertise. We have to use our right men in right place in the right time. That's approach we have to take.
Do we have foreign investment in our maritime sector, in Bangladesh's maritime sector?
We need, actually, we don't have that much. We have to attract foreign investment here. If we can, so like you are having to the talk show, you are exploring that maritime sector. So that message, if it is spread and if it is done, if you do more episode on this, and if you talk about this and explore further, you'll find that. So that way, you see, nowadays it's an age of marketing. You have to do the marketing. You have to go approach outside and show that this is my resources, this opportunity, come, you invest, you will get benefit from that. If you show them, they will be coming. They're the businessmen. They're waiting for the business.
But we don't have this type of programs.
We'll have to.
We'll have to. Okay, sir. Now, the another question is, what role does maritime law and governance play in the strengthening of the sector?
So, all the sectors will be regulated. They will comply the regulations. In everywhere you find the compliance things. If we are compliant, then the foreign investor will be coming. Then our job placement will be there. So they will be comfortable to invest, to hire us. What immediate action we should take at the moment? We have a long talk. Now we have talked about the problems. Now we must have the solutions.
Yes, yes.
If we talk about the problems, it will not give the benefit, isn't it?
Please, sir.
If we say that the skilled manpower, we have to put the right man in the right place. We have to use that skilled manpower. Those who have gone abroad, we have to take them back. Means brain drain and brain gain. But India is taking the approach. Same, we have to do that. As I told in my talks, you found that we are discriminated at that. So you have to give the message that no, you'll be taken care. So we'll be here to support the new government, new Bangladesh, to build up new Bangladesh. We are waiting. You see, during this 5th August uprising, we many were there. We are on the state. We are on the support. We were in, you see, in the remittance also. Then we are, which silently we participated there. As I told that in different countries we have that expertise. I can say about one Effort Chaudhry. He was ex DG Shipping. He's ex cadet of Gujarat Cadet College, second batch and first batch main academy. As I told that historically that after independence we had 30 ships. So that time the port also had to refurbish and come operational. That time this man here, Effort Chaudhry, he was administrator in Gibraltar, maritime administrator. He was deputy examiner in UK. Later on he was expert in African countries and in Bahrain he worked. So these experts who are there, this we can use here in Bangladesh to build this sector, and then we can have real new Bangladesh.
Well, sir. Now, do you have any suggestion for our new government, new interim government,
Definitely.
for new Bangladesh as well, sir?
Definitely. Thank you very much for giving that opportunity, for calling me here. Now, first, government has to put one commission. I could not give you all the picture. I have given that top of the iceberg, you know.
Yes.
So you need to have a commission immediately. That commission will export. For that commission, you hire that foreign experts. We have also local experts. You add on foreign expert. Even if you ask the IMO, they will support greatly, because IMO, the job, the responsibility of IMO to support his member states. Whenever any member state asks for any help, they provide. So if present government, interim government asks IMO that give us that policy and all supports for this, they'll be happy to support. And you know, Dr. Inis, his influence is too much.
Yes.
So he can use
He's
very
a global celebrity.
He's a global celebrity.
Yeah.
And we are so lucky to get him.
Yeah.
So we have to use it. That's the right time. Although that politicians are not giving us that time, much time, we needed him another 4 years or something. If we could endure 15 years, we could get 15 years. Why we cannot wait 15 months? So here also in maritime sector, we can use him. And you know, I give you some data here. 7 billion USD from seafaring we can get within 15 years. 7 billion. That's on private research. I think Bangladesh Maritime University somebody did. And you see, $30 billion with 200 ships and 10 lakhs new job creation within 15 years possible in Bangladesh. So, as you told about the blue economy, now we don't have that awareness. Blue economy is just only the words, maybe in the coming papers, but we don't know.
What is
for
blue
that,
economy? Yes.
For the reason, we can put blue economy on chapter in 9th or 10th standard.
Yeah.
9th
Yes.
standard we can
Yes.
put on. And in the mining sector, we can put our expert, because as I told that the complaints, if the experts are there, so the crew and officer were sending abroad for foreign ships, so that quality will be ensured, and that principals, those who are hiring us, they'll be comfortable with. And to make happening our blue economy, as I told in the talk show when talking, making that vocational institute. So in that vocational institute, we can train the people for inland ships, for port operation, for tourism.
Tourism, yes.
All can come here. With the 6 months or 1 year training, we can give them. So that way we can explore this untouched or unharvested resources.
I remember that our very much respected President Ziaur Rahman, he used to bring the best students of this country to the sea, Hizbul Bahar. 3 times probably he brought them there. Thus, they could know our sea. And when I was in class 12, in an excursion, I also visited our Bay of Bengal in a Navy ship. In this way, can we make our students more familiar to sea if we have this type of program? Can we arrange this type of programs?
It's required.
It's required.
Thank you for mentioning that incident. For that, so many talented cadets came in Marine Academy. In one batch, 19 or 20 batch, 12 ex-cadets from Rashid Cadet College joined together. We used to call it dirty dozen. You know?
Yes.
So that talented people came here. And in our time also, you'll be knowing that talented people used to give exam for Marine Academy.
Academies, yes.
Nowadays, you see, the bottom grade people are coming. Because of that unemployment, that hue and cry, and then government without planning making that academies. Now they don't get that manpower required. You need some talents. So the flow has been stopped. So you have rightly pointed out, if we have these sorts of things, then fresh blood will be introduced here, welcome here. So we'll have a bright future for main sector. You need the talent, so talent will be there.
I remember that when we were in the excursion in the Bay of Bengal, one of my classmates, he was so charmed seeing this sea, and then later he joined Bangladesh Navy, and now he's a renowned admiral in Bangladesh Navy. So this type of events may inspire our children, our future generations, to be more familiar with sea and to get employment in the sea areas. I think we should do it.
Exactly.
Well, sir, we have discussed many things, but not all. As you proposed that we must have a series of episodes on this maritime sector, I also feel it, sir. Hope to call you again and hope to call other experts from maritime sectors. So this is all about today's discussion. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thanks, audience.
Dear audience, this was our today's discussion. I hope that you enjoyed this discussion. I thank you all and hope to see you again in the next episode of our New Bangladesh. Thank you, dear viewers. Assalamu alaikum.